All right, folks, today we got another brand new scan tool from Autel. This particular model just came out in September of 2023, and it's called the MP900Z-BT. This 900 series is brand new, and it's supposed to be the next step up from the 808 series. And one of the main differences is it has an 8-inch screen instead of a 7-inch screen. And there's a few other differences, too. Let's get into it here. Let's open the pack here, and we'll see what's inside. Okay, so inside we got the scan tool itself. Up here in the top of the compartment, there's two doors, but there's nothing inside there. It's just empty compartments. And then we've got the brand new VCI 150. It's a brand new style of VCI. I don't know much about it. The instructions don't say what's different about it, but I can tell you that I had this plugged into my truck and in the garage, and on the other side of the wall, 75 feet away, I still had a good connection with the scan tool. So the range on this thing is pretty darn good. And then, of course, we've got the, comes with a charging brick. I've already had to put a label on it because I got so many charging bricks, but they're all pretty much the same anyway. And then, of course, the cable itself, USB-A to USB-C. And yes, this device is now USB-C. It's nice to finally see USB-C on an Autel device. For so long, they had the micro USB port on it, which was, an older style, pretty outdated. But it finally has USB-C, which is nice. Glad to see it. As for the tablet itself, like I said, it's an 8-inch screen. On the top here, you got your USB-C charging port. You've got your micro SD card slot, a USB-A slot, and the power button. On the back, these now finally have a camera. The 808s did not have a camera, but it's got a camera with a flash. It's got the kickstand, and that's it. There's nothing else on any of the other edges. That's it. Oh, and of course, don't forget the quick start guide and quick reference guide and a packing list. Okay, now I'll get this hooked up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, as you can see, it looks similar to the older the 808s, but it has a new style surround, all rubberized, and but the software is the same as most other Autel scan tools. This new 900 series has some features that the old 808 series did not have. But first of all, let me put this, I got some specs here I'd like to share with you. I'll put this up on the screen so you can see it better. You can see the specs on the left for the new 900 series, which are really good. But then the main question is, what are the differences between the 900 series and the 808 series? And on the right, you can see where I've made a list of the differences between the 808 and the 900. In fact, I had the people at Autel help me compile this list, so I wanted to make sure I got it right. And they say the differences are, in terms of configurations, is the 900 series has an 8-inch touchscreen, whereas the old 808s had a 7-inch. Has a larger battery capacity, 7,700, versus the old one was 5,000. And a more powerful Bluetooth VCI, which I talked about in the opening here. It's the VCI 150. And it's able to support the new diagnosis protocols of DOIP and CAN-FD. Well, so are the older VCIs. But I don't know what's new about this one. Their owner's manual does not really specify what's new about this one. And I even looked at the FCC application for wireless radio, and it really doesn't specify anything specific about its range or whatever. But like I said, I had a good 75 feet or better with a wall in between me and the vehicle, and I still had a good, strong connection. Moving on, it says in terms of functions, the 900Z-BT adds Wi-Fi print and pre- and post-scan. And it supports more service functions, up to 40, and they're still expanding. It adds 2 convenient vehicle identification methods, which is VIN Scan and License Plate Scan by using the tablet camera. These features are previously only available on the 906 series and above. The online ECU coding functions support the following vehicles, and you can read those there for yourself. And then it says the refresh hidden functions support the following vehicles. And of course, you can read those for yourself. And the guided functions support the following vehicles, and you can read those for yourself. And most importantly, in the highlighted section below, please know that supported functions vary by different vehicle brands and models and years. It is advised to consult seller before purchasing if you have any specific questions. Now, this particular Autel scan tool functions pretty much exactly the same as any other tablet-based Autel scan tool. And there's been many, many videos made about that already, and I wouldn't mind making another video about that again. However, this time they asked me to concentrate on the new features for this tablet, mainly Wi-Fi print and VIN scanning and license plate scanning. But before I go any farther, they do make apparently 3 of these 900 series tablet scan tools, 3 different versions. And I want to put this up on the screen here, and you can see the differences between the 3 different versions, depending on which one would suit you the best. And the one that we're reviewing today is the one on the left column, and you can see it has all of the features and functions, except in the middle there it's missing some TPMS functions. And if you go all the way over onto the right, you've got the Maxi Pro MP900Z-BT, which stands for tire service. And you can see this has full TPMS capabilities built into the scan tool. And so those are the main differences between the 900 series scan tools. Okay, the first new feature we're going to concentrate on is the pre and post scan. If we go into diagnostics and we get connected to the vehicle, okay, so as soon as I go into diagnostics, it wants to know if I want to put a repair order number in here. And this is the key, because if you put a repair order number in here, that's when it gives you the option to do a pre and post scan and have those noted on your report. Otherwise, if you do a standalone diagnostics with no repair order number, then you just get the option for your typical, just a regular auto scan. So we're going to put in a repair order number here, and it could be any number you want it to be. So let's just do 111. Or let's do 11. Enter. Okay. Do automatic selection. That's it. Okay. Automatic transfer case, 4-button selectable, dual zone manual, up level radio, under 8600, rear drum brake. That's the vehicle. And then you'll see here it says pre-scan. Gives you the option for a pre-scan. So we can go through, we'll do a pre-scan. And because this vehicle has already been stored in the memory of this, as far as like customer information, because I put this vehicle in there for other demonstration purposes that we'll see later on, just confirm that this is the right vehicle, hit OK. And I will speed this up for you in editing, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. It should only take a few minutes. Okay, so it's finished with the pre-scan, and then it asks me if I would like to attach any photos that you can store along with the report. I don't have any photos at this time, but you could attach them here if you would like to. I'll say no. And then we can go down to the report, and it will show all of the DTCs with this vehicle. And of course, you could print this right now. But now, so let's say you go in and you fix the vehicle, you make the repair, and you've maybe had to wait for parts, and you've had your scan tool disconnected, or you've used it on another vehicle in the meantime or whatever, and then you finally, I'm going to escape now. I'm going to exit. So now I'm going to pretend like I'm going to go back into this vehicle again, and I'll do auto detect. Accept. Now, if I put the repair order number in here, the same as before, which was 1-1, and I hit enter, I hit OK. Now it gives me the option for a post scan. So let's do the post scan now. And again, I will speed this up to make it quicker. And again, it'll ask you if you want to attach any more photos. And I'll say no. And then I can go to report. It'll want the odometer reading for the final. And I can't remember what I put in here. I think it was 169059 I'll put. And if you look down here, it gives you the current report, right? But now if I go back to the home page and I go to Data Manager and I go to Vehicle History, now if I click over here and I put click Get Report, this is my vehicle. Put in the mileage again for some reason. Click Save. And now it's going to create a PDF. And we can view that PDF. It's a report in color. Of course, my printer only prints in black and white. And if you'll scroll down here, you'll see it's got a pre-scan. And then, you can fix the vehicle, and then you'll do a post-scan, and it can show that the problem has been fixed. But because this vehicle has been stored in here, you can look up here. I've got, a fake shop, fake telephone number. You can store your customer's information in here, all of their vehicle's information in here, and that way, every time you pull up their vehicle, all that's already in here, and it just keeps updating. I don't know too many people that use their scan tool to manage all their customer information, but you can certainly do that with this tool if you decide to. Now, of course, I've printed off the report here. Actually, this one is from a couple days ago when I was testing this to begin with, but I will put this up on the screen so you can see it better for yourself. Get a quick look at that. And then also, one last thing about the pre and post scan for you guys out there. If you plan on using this, you can provide your customer with, good documentation. Just so you know, I want to put this up on screen also. This is right from the owner's manual. And if you read down in the highlighted section, this might be interesting, might be helpful to know that the last post-scan result is the final one. Meaning, you can do the post-scan as many times as you want. It only saves the last one for the report. So you could keep scanning and scanning and scanning, ultimately until you get the result you're looking for, and then that's what's saved on the report. So that's helpful to know. As far as Wi-Fi printing goes, I don't know about anybody else, but I have tried printing direct from my scan tool in the past. And the way they've wanted you to do it in the past is you have a little bit of their software running on your computer that happens to share the same Wi-Fi network as your tablet, and then you send it from the tablet to your computer, and then whatever printer is hooked to your computer, that's where it prints out at. Well, now they've got proper Wi-Fi printing like it should be. So if I wanted to print, I could just click this little printer icon right here in the top right corner, and it'll show me, there, my printer is available, and I could just hit this little green print button right here. It will print that report that we just looked at. And I will put a sample up on the screen of what the report looks like. Now, a couple words about Wi-Fi printing. This device has 2 print servers installed from the factory. Neither one of them could find my wireless printer on my wireless network that I was on with the tablet. They were on the same network. And I even specified the exact IP address, and it still said couldn't find the printer. So then I installed my own print server for my brand of printer, and it found it right away. The problem is, and this is just me, I don't log in to the Google Play Store from very many devices. I do it from my own personal computer and my cell phone, and that's it. That's just a safety precaution that I choose to do. So therefore, I was not able to download this from the Play Store. I downloaded it from another APK website. An APK is the name of the software file for an Android app. So I downloaded the APK for this print server, loaded it through the SD card, pulled it up through the File Explorer, hit install. It installed, it found itself, and when I went to go print the next time, boom, it found the printer and it was up and working. So if you have problems with Wi-Fi printing, know that you're not alone. Take a little bit of work. In fact, if you want me to, I can, in the future, if I get enough people that let me know, I could make a video about installing print server on your wireless scan tool. Okay, folks, so if you want to use VIN and Plate Scan, one of the things that wasn't very clear, I could not get the cloud scan to work. If I had it set to cloud scan, and I'll show you that here in a second, it wanted to constantly pop up with an error saying I was not connected to the network. Well, I was connected to the network on my end, and I had full internet connection. So there was a problem with the Autel cloud on their end, and it wouldn't let me connect, and therefore it was just this relentless pop-up that just kept coming and coming. I mean, you'd hit cancel, and it would just pop right back up. So I'll show you here. If you click, like you're going to go into diagnostics, click this blue button, and you can do VIN and license scan. Takes a second to pop up. Now in this window, you can see these blue corner marks on the screen. Of course, you're looking at my armrest below here on the camera. But down here, you've got recognize plate. Then you've got a button over here that says recognize VIN. This is cloud mode. And apparently now that's going to work without a pop-up. So the other day when I was trying to make this video, that wouldn't work. Or you can do this one here, which is recognize QR code or barcode. So down here you've got plate scan. And I want to show you how you can scan a plate or a VIN number. That didn't work, see? There, it worked that time. And if you click OK, because this vehicle is already stored in the system, it will bring it up. You can hit the red diagnostics button there in the center and just go from there. And you can see down here all the historical records from this vehicle that I've acquired while doing testing. And now let's try a VIN scan. Right inside the door here. Oh, here we go. It just caught that. Let's try it one more time here. Real finicky. As you can see, the plate and VIN scan is not really perfected yet, but I do know that they'll get it perfected sooner or later. The technology is already here. The technology is already in the tablet. It won't take long. They'll get that perfected and working better. And it will be pretty neat when they get it working good. And also, I just wanted to mention that this scan tool also does battery testing, and you can also use an inspection scope with it and through the Maxi video. I don't have the Autel BT506, which is extra hardware you would need to do battery testing with this device. However, Autel has kind of a side company called Autofix, OTOFIX, and they have scan tools that run on Autel software. In fact, you register them through the Autel website. And they have their own version of the BT506, which I have tested in a previous video. And I can link that down below if you're interested to see how these scan tools will test batteries and electrical systems on vehicles. And also the MV108, the Autel video scope. I don't have one of those. I do know that it doesn't require the brand name video scope. You can usually buy just about any USB video scope off of the internet, and it will work with that app. I've tried several in the past, and I have had it work for me. So you should be able to do it on this one. And overall, it's an excellent scan tool. As far as the scan tool is concerned, actually scanning and working on vehicles, it's really hard to beat. Autel is still my favorite brand of scan tool. But if you're looking to use this to manage your customer and vehicle information, it may be a little bit before that software matures. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. And drop a comment, too. I'm always curious to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching.